Alright, are we ready? Is my mouth done chewing this bagel? Because that is one chewy bagel. Oh boy, okay. Greetings, Magic players. Yeah, I still got some bagel on my teeth. Bagel, I got some cream cheese in my throat. Gotta clear that out. Sorry for all the noise. I was just sitting here looking at my computer screen, chewing my bagel, trying to be like, okay, come on, let's go. I got things to do. Speaking of, I should probably have my phone on me, but um, no, I can do this without a phone. I don't need a phone. That's just noise. Okay, what's the midweek magic today? What is this? Omniscience. So what I found about this cast spells from your hand without paying their mana cost. What I figured out about this. Oh wait, do you not make your own deck? Um, will provide a deck to play. Oh, but it has no lands in it. Whatever. These are just. I don't find these very fun. What I've noticed about Omniscience decks is that, um, especially with like low rare count Omniscience decks or like non-rare, it just seems like card advantage is the only thing that matters because you just run out of cards immediately. You just dump your whole hand, and then what? And then you're just top decking one card a turn. So if you can make an Omniscience deck that has something that draws you cards every time you play a card, um, then you're in good shape. That's when you know that you're definitely winning that match. Or just draw a card when this card comes into play, or something like that. That's a very useful effect in an Omniscience environment. But let's not do Omniscience right now. Let's take a look at my resources. I got almost 4,000 gems. I got 10,000 gold. I got a draft token. I think there is a new set coming out pretty soon, and if we look at the profiles, season ends in 28 days. Well, the season just started. Okay, well, never mind about that. Let's look at Mastery. Mastery says that it's over in 8 days. So, God, they start a new season so often now. It's really hard to keep up. But I guess it makes it more competitive, especially for like the Mythic players. Like it makes it harder to get to Mythic and stay Mythic, uh, which makes being Mythic a lot more of a thing to hold on to. You know, right? It makes it a little bit more prestigious. But that's what we want to try and get to. But since the mastery set, what we're really going to concentrate on right now is getting finishing up with a mastery, because this is going away. We already purchased the mastery, or I did, and we got like just a couple more prizes to go. And then this one's an uncommon after every one. But all we really need to do is the 2 mythics and the 1 pack, and so we just need to go up 2 levels. That's pretty easy. That's pretty easy to do. And to do that, what we're going to do today, red and green spells. I don't really want to play a red and green deck, but I do want to play a premier draft. Ravnica Mixer, what's this? This seems interesting. Select 1 card at a time from rotating packs. Cards will be added to your collection and will use them based plus basic lands. A time draft with 7 other players. And I guess it's multiple Ravnica cards. Ravnica? You guys want to risk this? This could be interesting. I mean, Ravnica is an older set. We won't get to like play with it unless we're playing historic, but I don't know what that means. Mixer. guess it means both Ravnica sets mixed together. Let's take a look at the Ravnica block real quick. Just gonna go into deck building. This might not be the most efficient way. I can't remember, but we're just gonna look at Ravnica. Historic. We're just looking at Ravnica. I guess this is what's available to us in the pool if we play this. Okay, so let's just look at the uncommons for now. I mean, white uncommons are probably not going to be that great. Okay, well this guy might be pretty good in the draft. Maybe not actually. Gains indestructible. Hunted Witness maybe. I mean, if you have to pick a one drop, that might be the one drop to take, huh? Tithe Taker looks pretty good with Afterlife. Afterlife looks like a nice ability, so black white might be a theme here. So is it off colors or is it just all colors? All color combinations are a theme. I have to assume being in a bigger pool, if that's what this is, the mixer thing, if it's pulling from both sets, oh, Mill could be a thing. Drowned Secrets is an amazing card in draft. So that could be something we look out for. And then you have these other mill cards. I don't know how many of them go well together, but Drowned Secrets is really awesome. Still looking for significant draftable cards here. Is Marfolk a thing? Counterspell. Sinister Sabotage. I remember this being a fun counterspell. Very playable. Instant speed. Bounce spell that you can target your own thing and draw a card. This is just a worse Geist Wave, huh? Well, it's not. It doesn't really serve the same purpose. This is like if you play it during your main phase, you get the benefit. So you could bounce your opponent's thing, but on your main phase. Sometimes that happens. Ice everywhere. No, thank you. I'm not really looking too impressed with a lot of these cards, but a lot of bounce abilities. It looks like I saw a couple, I think, in white. Or no, that wasn't a bounce effect that I saw. What was it? Summary Judgment deals 3 damage to target tapped creature. This card seems pretty good. Cast it during your main phase, deals 5 damage instead. Yeah, that's a pretty good card, I'd say. For a white 2-cost instant spell, I kind of like that one as a white removal. Seems a little less limiting. If you're playing against a white deck, it might be problematic because you're probably playing against creatures with vigilance, but I don't know. I kind of like it. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, create a bird token. That one seems really good. Jumpstart, draw 2 cards. That seems pretty decent. Yeah. Still looking for like really good. Let's see. Put target creature on top of its owner's library. Turn a creature to its owner's hand, one or both. That one's kind of neat, but 6 mana is kind of a lot. Creature doesn't untap. Oh, that one's pretty good. Chillbringer. Yeah, I like that one a little bit. Mass Manipulation. Seems kind of mana intensive, but creatures and planeswalkers, yeah, that seems like that could win games. Gutterbones seems like an all-star card, but that's a rare. We shouldn't be looking at rares. We should be looking at Like if we're going to look at black, we should be looking at their removal. Target creature gets creature cards, number of creature cards in your graveyard. Uh, that could be all right. In certain decks, I think. I wouldn't say it works in every deck, but it is nice and cheap, right? 1 mana instant. That's pretty sweet. Um, you just got to be aware of what you're playing. Um, drill bit. Oh, okay. Okay, this is the set with Spectacle. Okay, Spectacle was pretty good. Priest of Forgotten Gods. Death Touch. Lifelink. Honestly, a lot of these cards are pretty underwhelming. It's not like a set that you can get really too excited about, but if you're drafting a bunch of removal spells, like good removal, like I wouldn't even say this is amazing removal. This is just decent removal. I'm looking for the really good removal. Mm. Yeah, I don't know if I like this set very much. Now, I'm not looking at all of the cards. I'm just looking at the cards that I have that I've drafted before, possibly. Destroy target creature. Now that's a good one. Cost 2 less if it targets a legendary creature. That's right. That's going to be one of those uncommons you look for if you're playing, well, even if you're not playing black, you might want to splash for black. Um, so that's one of those good removals. That one's an okay removal. It's not something that you're hoping for, but if you're already playing black, that's going to be a good pick. Um, the bomb cards are pretty obvious cards. Like, they're just like, look at me, I'm huge. It's all of these smaller creatures that I'm not really sure of how they're going to perform. Like, that's a bomb. That's a bomb. But, like, what about this? No, you're not going to play that. What about this card? Mm, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm like scraping bagel out of my teeth right now. I know that's gross, but if you've had bagels recently, you would know what I'm talking about. Okay, so red has some very obvious good cards now. Okay, ignore the rares that are really good, but if you're looking at the non-rares, like this is a really great card. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, deal a damage to an opponent. Seems pretty good in draft. You could probably make a deck out of this, but I wouldn't try to. I mean, 1 or less power in a draft setting is probably not that great. Light up the stage. I love this card. I don't know how well it performs in draft, but um, man, is this an all-star in any red deck? um, Lava Coil. Yeah, that's a great removal. Great removal right there. Uncommon status, so sure, no, that's not a removal. Looking for more removal. Gates Ablaze. I don't know if Gates is a thing. 2 damage to any target. That could work. That could be pretty playable. It's 3 mana, so it's a little expensive, but and it's sorcery speed. But the fact that it has Jumpstart is kind of nice. Um, Riot is an ability here. This would not be an easy set to draft. It seems like the commons and uncommons are so underwhelming, and the rares are so overwhelming that it seems like it's just so dictated on what rares you get, and if you can get more than just a couple. I'm sure there's going to be tons of like mana fixing in the green. Yeah, like here's the one. Open the gates, look for a basic land card. That one seems like it's could actually be playable in a set where you want a lot of fixing. Um, there's a nice fix card with getting gates. I don't know if I want to draft this set right now. Okay, multicolored cards is probably where you're going to find a lot of the really good stuff. That's probably it. That makes sense in a Ravnica set that's mostly multicolored, right? You're going to look for the multicolored cards that you get, and then that will kind of dictate the deck that you play. Mortify, oh my gosh, yeah. What a great card. Instant speed removal. It gets creatures and enchantments. That's a great card right there. Kaya's Wrath. Oh my god, great Wrath spell, but that's a rare, so you're only gonna rarely see that. Um, yeah, I'd say if you're gonna be drafting a Ravnica set, you're gonna need to stick to your multicolored theme strictly as quickly as possible. Get in that niche, and then try and just force it. Oh, Assassin's Trophy is so good. Love this card. Yeah, such a good card. Yeah, so if we did a draft in Ravnica, I think I'd probably want to do a little bit more research than this, but I think that pretty much it's dictated by the multicolored theme that you pick early in the draft and then try and stick with. That's going to be like if you get really lucky and like, oh, I got a Tristani, like pick one. You're pretty much set. You know what you're going to be drafting. Just take the best green white cards and it drafts itself for you. And you're either going to get really lucky or you're going to get really screwed. It doesn't seem like there's a lot of middle ground in a format like this. This one would be very tricky to draft and very, I don't know, very luck based, I would say. Whereas drafting Midnight Hunt, I mean, you could even play a monocolored deck in Midnight Hunt. And okay, so we're not doing quick draft. We're not doing Edge of the Night. Premier draft, Midnight Hunt. Let's do another Premier draft, Midnight Hunt. We have some time. So let's go ahead and use monies, and we'll see how this draft goes. Let's do it. Am I the only one? Am I the only one that wants to draft today? Oh wow. Okay, it just filled all the seats all of a sudden. We're doing this. No backing down now. Okay, come on now. 2 seats to fill. 2 seats to fill. You got this. Midnight Hunt, the Halloween themed set. Very appropriately released. Are they going to have a Christmas theme set around Christmas time? No, because they're doing another Innistrad set, like right, just in a couple, like what, 8 days, I guess, right? When this Mastery set finishes, that's what we're gonna have. It's a new set that replaces Midnight Hunt. Really releasing sets fast online. Okay, I guess we're doing this again. Try again. Come on now. All right. Okay, not a great rare to get in an opening pack. These uncommons are this one's pretty good. I've seen this perform very well. But let's take a look at the commons. Nothing I'm getting too excited about. I mean, Ecstatic Awakener is a very playable card. Vampire Interloper's nice. I do like that those are in the same pack because you pick one, the Awakener, and then this one's probably going to rotate around because like there's only one other black card in the set where you have 4 green cards that are pretty I don't know. They're a little bit underwhelming. Dryad Revival is, I would play this. This is a playable card for sure for me, but it doesn't work in every deck. I mean, you'd think it would, but it's not it's 3 mana to draw a card basically, and you have to have that card that you want to draw in your graveyard. This is a pretty decent spell. I would be picking this, except I think Ecstatic Awakener is just a little bit stronger in that pack. And look at that, we've got another Ecstatic Awakener. But is this a better card than Ecstatic Awakener? I don't know. Flying Death Touch 2/2 after it kills a thing. This isn't that great of an uncommon. It's okay. It's pretty nice to be able to draw cards, but I think the Ecstatic Awakener is probably a great pick for us. We know what we need to do with this deck, right? We need to find things that we can sacrifice. This is also a great pick for us if we go that route. We may want to take the Cut Purse over the Awakener because we already have an Awakener. I don't know which one is a great card, but this one is less likely to rotate around, I think. Maybe. It is kind of a removal. No, we'll take the Awakener. Not because we're just over thrilled about Awakeners, and it's just that it follows the theme a little bit better. I think the Cut Purse is not necessarily a theme follower as much as like knowing that you have multiples of the same card. It's an obvious theme. Okay, so do we want to do a black-white tokens kind of theme? That sounds like a fun thing to try. Uh, I'm not too excited about either of these cards. I mean, they're decent, they're definitely playable, but I don't think I want to play blue-black. I think I want to try white-black. We didn't see a lot of success drafting a ton of these in the last draft that we did, but like if you notice, this is kind of a theme, right? We can get away with like these little dudes, and there's no bombs yet. We don't have any bombs that we can really like latch onto. There's no like major great removal spells, but we're gonna find some removal in black eventually. I mean, there's just a lot of it, so I think let's give oh, okay, and then we get Corpse Cobble, which is pretty darn good. Uh okay, so the white and the black are a little bit underwhelming here, so that's why I'm thinking maybe we should kind of shift into blue possibly, or we take the Evolving Wilds. We pass Quartz Cobble. Um, yeah, I mean this is kind of a cool card. It turns all of your what are they, decayed zombies into permanent zombie, but you have to sack them. This is an instant, so you can do it like right after they attack. You could sack them immediately after they attack, so that's a pretty cool card. Um, but I think maybe we just play it on the safe side. We don't shift into blue just yet. It's not. I don't know if it's like if you had a existing deck of black white and then you shifted into that color. I don't know if that would be that great. Okay. No, not a great card. This one's pretty darn good. This one's also pretty darn good. Which one's better? I'm not sure. It's definitely one of those two over this guy. So I'm gonna say, let's see here. I think I like this guy because we want more creatures rather than pumping the creatures we already have. And I'm not really going to go into a lot of these other cards. I mean, this is a decent removal. Um, this one's a less decent removal than Locked in the Cemetery, in my opinion. And then the rest of them are, I don't know, not really noteworthy. Candle Trap is a great removal, in my opinion. Very high on my list. This is a pretty good card. Whenever it dies, create a 1/2 reach. So it's kind of like our Clarion Cathars. You know, they're similar cost, similar power toughness. They're not the same. Um, this one has reach. This one does nothing. Uh, and this one's slightly better. And I mean, this is a common, this is an uncommon, and that's why. I mean, a 2/4 is probably better than a 3/3 in this format. Uh, Other cards aren't really necessarily worth mentioning at the moment. So yeah, Candle Trap's a great card. All right. Well, Can't really complain, can we? Let's see. 3/4 for 4. Exile a card from graveyard. I don't like it. I think Blood Pact is the way we go here. We don't really need this removal. It's not very playable. Um, there are times when you're thinking to yourself, "Oh, I wish I had that," but then it doesn't outnumber the times where it just sits in your hand and you can't even use it. So I think that Blood Pact is gonna find you the card you need more often. Candle Trap, nice. Faithful Mending, this would have been a really nice card if we were playing, if we had Splash Blue, but I don't think we need to Splash Blue. Esper is a pretty popular format in Midnight Hunt Draft, but um, I was kind of trying to avoid shifting into blue. We have seen a couple of good blue picks, and that's going to probably go to somebody else when we're taking all the black-white good stuff. Okay, now wow, no one took Dryad's Rival. That's pretty interesting. You know what we'll do? We'll go ahead and take this and see if we can't splash green. That might be what we do with our deck. I think green is a much more splashable color. Okay, so do we take the Blade Brand that we probably won't play, or do we take the very splashable green card again? Let's take the splashable green card, because I don't think we're going to play Blade Brand. I don't want to play Blade Brand. That would have gone good with that one black creature that it looks like we're not going to see. Duress over... This isn't like a splashable card. I would take Duress here, but I'll put it in the sideboard because I don't want to have to play it. Another very splashable green card we'll take. Howl the Hunt is the better pick here, or the card that lets you splash better. Let's take that. And then we'll take a card that we aren't playing. Oh, Memory Deluge. That's a pretty good card. It doesn't dominate in draft, but for obvious reasons, it goes in every blue deck. That's a pretty okay card. Pretty okay card, but we're not playing that color at all. This one probably is better than maybe the other picks, but and we may end up splashing, green. We don't see any other really good black cards, and the white, like I like Blessed Defiance. This is a very low rated card though. This card is okay. 5 mana is a little bit steep. This is a great card and it's splashable. Maybe we go with let's see, creatures different powers. Maybe we go with Dawnheart Wardens. Yeah. Dawnheart Wardens is let's put it in the sideboard for now. Ooh, this is a great green card, but let's see. Curse of Leeches. Is this good? This seems good. Turns into a 4/4. Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah. It's Daybound. Oh yeah, Daybound. Yeah, that's a great card. That is a great card. Seems like it's kind of tricky to get it removed from the board. I'd probably play this 3/4 flying. Yeah, that seems kind of good. This is also a 3/4 flying for 5, but the ability is not nearly as good as when it enters the battlefield, each opponent discards a card if they lost a life. Maybe it's comparable, but I think Curse of Leeches is just way better, and we want to force black if we can. We're gonna pass over Rite of Harmony. This is not good in draft at all. I think we're having a lot of trouble picking the colors that we chose early on. We tried to go for like a black-white deck, and we were taking the best of the black-whites, but we're not seeing a lot of black-white get coming our way. Maybe it will in pack 2 because we kind of forced it last round. Oh, here we go. Creature cards in your graveyard rounded up. That could be playable in our deck if we're playing. Yeah, I don't think that'll. This could be a nice little surprise win card in our deck, but I think I think I want to try and splash this white, black, green combo colors. So let's put this in there. Let's put Ghoul Caller's Harvest in, and then we'll see if we can't do some more splashing. Maybe the better pick would be Vampire Interloper, but I want to try this green, white, black splash deck. Okay, so here's another Vampire Interloper, pretty good. I don't think it's better than this card, Morning Patrol. I like Morning Patrol a little bit better. Diagraph Rebirth, this card, return card. Yeah, I think this could be pretty useful. We don't have any huge creatures, but any of these, like, well, Morning Patrol, no. Well, that'd be kind of fun, getting that guy back. For each creature that died this turn. We're not really ignoring anything, like, super great here, so I think Diagraph Rebirth is what we take here. Let's see. Is Bat Whisperer worth taking? 4 mana for 4/2 that puts a 1/1 into play. We kind of need that extra creature, don't we? And I don't think that Moon Silver Key is really worth, or the Jack-o'-lantern is really worth investing in. So I guess Bat Whisperer is what we take here. Another Bat Whisperer. Silver Bolt is a pretty decent removal, so I think that's what we take. Yeah, I think Silver Bolt. And then we're going to go with... Vigilance. Draw a card. I think maybe this dude? I don't know. Yeah, I don't really like Might of the Old Ways. I think it might be playable in the right type of deck, but I guess here we go with Bat Whisperer again. Not my favorite playable card. Yeah, go with Duress again. And not the Chaotic Naturalist. Why is this card so hard to play? We could have been forcing red-green, but I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. 4 cards reveal an instant. No, we're gonna go there. Nice. Okay. That one's not bad. Ooh, Old Stick Fingers. When you cast a spell, reveal cards from the top of your library until end of turn. Reveal X creature cards. Put all creatures revealed in this way in your graveyard. Power toughness is equal to the number of creature cards in your graveyard. This could work for us, right? We have a couple of other things that we could work this with. I really like that card. So another couple of cards to keep an eye on here. This isn't a bad card. We could totally dive into that. Silver Bolt's pretty good. Shadow Beast Sighting, excellent card. Did we get a Shadow Beast Sighting? No, I think we took something else. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I think we took. Yeah, I think we took maybe the Dawnhard Wardens. Okay, Rise of the Ants is a great card as well, but are we picking something? Well, there's a Candle Trap and there's a Lunarch Veteran, but I think this is a card that we may not want to pass up. Looks like we're kind of diving more into green than we were expecting. There's just a lot of green open for us, and create 2 3/3s with flashback. That's great. That's a great card. Yeah, I think it's worth taking over like a Candle Trap even. Candle Trap's great removal. Okay, we don't need Python Needle, that's for sure. Ambitious Farmhand is a great pickup. As long as we're still playing white, I think we are. 2 Candle Traps, yeah, I think we're still playing white. It's kind of a weird deck, but we do have a lot of fix. Not too excited about the other cards, so this is kind of a obvious pick, honestly. Rite of Oblivion. Oh, this is great. This will fit perfectly in our deck. Yeah, great removal. There's a Silver Bolt in here. There's Homestead Courage is playable in my opinion. A Novice Occultist is also playable in my opinion. If you're looking for something to sack me. Um, all across Gavany, in shuttered bedrooms and locked barns, young people seek the answers their elders failed to provide. She got meat in a circle. It's just little steaks on the floor. It's funny. Yeah, we went with Rite of Oblivion there. Okay, so Covert Cut Purse or Contortionist Trope. Those are the choices, I think. This is a cost with X. Yeah, this put a counter on a creature every turn at the beginning of your end step. This is a great card. Yeah, that Coven ability is super great. Okay. Oh yeah, Bereaved Survivor, great card. I love being able to bring creatures back from the graveyard, don't you? Duel for Dominance is also really great. There is a better fight card out there. But I think we're going to take the Bereaved Survivor over these other pretty darn good picks. She's pretty much an all-star, I think. Let's see. We definitely need this Evolving Wilds, don't we? We got that Memory Deluge back around. That's funny. No one wants that. I am surprised no one's playing blue at all. This would be another good choice for us, but we really need this Evolving Wilds in this deck. This is actually going to be a really tough build to make. Pretty decent green beastie right here. And I think it's worth taking over the Clarion Cathars. This card wins games a lot. If they don't have just a straight up destroy target creature or exile target creature, then, and even then, its ward can literally ward off evil. Oh, nice. Okay, so we do get one of these Shadow Beast sightings. I love that. Okay, we don't have a lot of mill cards in this deck, but we have a lot of cards that get way better once there's a lot of stuff in the graveyard. So let's try and play as many creatures as possible at the very least. Let's see. Do we go for the Fix card or do we go for the Behemoth? Behemoth is a great card. Gain 3 life. I think maybe the Fix card. It's more solid. I think it's a more solid pick. We're not really gonna play any of these, I don't think. Maybe this card. I was tempted to take the Python Needle just because it's a rare, but knowing we're probably not gonna play any of those other cards. I kind of like Howl of the Hunt. We'll take Howl of the Hunt here. Oh wow, look at this. Our colors are now revealed to us. Death Touch is not an ability that you want to bat an eye to. All right. Let's just check on this. Okay. So what have we got here? Oh, look at this. We got Vault Progress. A mythic rare, 2 rare, and 3 uncommons. Fun. Okay, that's fun. I love that. All right. So fix cards. Oh yeah, we got the Dryad's Revival. That's a nice include. These are fixed cards here. This kind of could work as a fixed card. I do kind of like it. Let's go ahead and put that in for now. And then oh, this is another fixed card. Yeah, we could play. Okay, now let's try and do some sifting in here. I don't have my phone, so I don't know how to cut cards without looking at Draftism. But let's go ahead and look at our curve. Wow, our curve's weird, isn't it? Okay, this isn't really a 1-drop, so let's move it over there for now. But we want to include this. It seems like it's kind of a high mana cost deck, but we do have like cards like Dawnheart Rejuvenator, which I would play over the Bat Whisperers, I think. And I think this one is this better or worse than Bat Whisperers? Do we want a 3/2 or a 4/2 that puts a like a 3/2 that puts a 1/1 human in play versus a 4/2 that puts a 1/1 bat into play? I think the Bat Whisper is actually a little bit better than the Cathars in this case. Let's take the Bat Whisper. We have 46 cards. We would need to cut 6 cards. We're playing more than 6 of each of these colors. We could get away with cutting white. How good is our white? Like, how needed is our white? I really like our white-black removal here. And we have a lot of green fix. We may end up cutting some of this green fix that we have. So I don't necessarily think we... Okay, we don't need Blood Pact. Let's cut that. Morning Patrol is okay. It doesn't really fit with the theme very well. But let's look at some of the other cards we could cut. Well, I don't want to cut Candle Trap. I don't want to have to cut Lunarch Veteran. Ecstatic Awakener is really nice, and Silverbolt's really nice. I think I want to keep all of those. I definitely want to keep Ambitious Farmhand. This is a nice, like, oh, get some planes for you card. And it's nice because it costs 1 white, and then it goes and finds you another white to pay for the Coven. I like that. Vengeful Strangler. This is kind of nice to be able to sacrifice it and then have it do its work and then bring it back from the graveyard and sacrifice it again. That's why I love Bereaved Survivor, you know? It's great for that reason. Tapping at the Window. This card is not that great. We do not need this card. I like that you can, you know, put things into your graveyard, but we don't need that card. You can definitely get away with not playing it. I want to try and be able to play all of these multicolor cards, which is kind of what's fueling this 3-color deck. Maybe we don't need Bat Whisper at all. Maybe we don't need... Let's see. Is Dawnheart Warden's a very good card? I think so. At the beginning of combat, creatures you control get +1. That's pretty darn good. I like that ability. Path to the Festival. Search for a basic land, put it onto the battlefield. Scry 1. 3 or more basic land types among lands you control. That would fit into this deck, wouldn't it? Kind of too perfect, isn't it? Dryad's Revival. It's not needed, but it could come in very handy. I don't know if Morning Patrol is really necessary in this deck. We got 14 creatures. We want to be playing a lot of creatures, but like this is a creature. This is like 2 creatures. This is like 4 creatures. We have a lot of creatures. This doesn't work on cards like this. It only works on creatures. Do we want to even be playing this card? Return target creature card from the graveyard to the battlefield. Costs 1 less for each creature that died this turn. Could be really good. Yeah, Curse of Leeches is really cool. And I like that we could get it back with Dryad's Revival. Yeah, I think Morning Patrol is probably one of the weaker cards in this deck. Just because it doesn't necessarily match the theme. I'm going to go ahead and take it out. What does our deck look like now? 7, 8, 13. And we have 41 cards. What stands out among these cards that says it just doesn't fit? Maybe the Lunarch Veteran doesn't really work in this deck. Kind of works in every deck, but it is kind of the weakest card among cards in our deck, right? We don't really need it. Let's go ahead and cut it. We have a working deck here. The colors are split really well. It's a little heavy on green, but we want it to be heavy on green because of our fixing. Let's go ahead and put this up top. Our curve is a little steep. It's, I mean, it tapers, but it's deceiving, right? Because we got 3 of these stacked together. So, yeah, I think it'll work. I think we could have a lot of this deck. Yeah. That's the name of this game, is fun. Let's go ahead and play a game. Let's go ahead and see how much fun this deck is going to be. It's an exciting deck. It's like a deck full of randomness, surprise, and hopefulness, right? We have a lot of hope in this deck to see. There's a lot of options for a lot of things that could happen. And that's what we're kind of looking forward to, I think. Enderer. Okay, so we got a Rejuvenator. That'll help us if we can get 1 more mana. I don't know if I like this hand, honestly. Got a lot of flashback cards here. Triad Survival. We don't have a single castable card in our hand. But our hand could get worse than this. Let's go ahead and mulligan. This seems better, doesn't it? We have all 3 colors in our hand. We can ditch the Burly Breaker. That's the double cost card. And then what we're left with is a bunch of really castable cards. I like this a lot. This is a great starting hand. Great starting hand. Okay, so what we'll start with is the Awakener. We'll bust out the Vengeful Strangler right afterwards. Kind of wish that we could cast this on turn 3, but unless we draw a land, we won't be able to. Same with this. This would be nice to cast on turn 3 as well. But we are instead going to Vengeful Strangler, get that into play, and then just attack. Yeah, unfortunately we didn't draw land, so we weren't able to. Okay, that's pretty good. Ah! Wow, we got lucky there, didn't we? Let's go ahead and put this into play, and then we hope to... Well, actually, if we trade the Vengeful Strangler right now, that's not a good play. I think Wardens is a nice play, but he's just going to sit there with this thing. I think since we're not really doing much at the moment, I think this is the card to play. No attacks, and we're just going to wait. We're going to wait, and we could play this on a turn where he taps out, if he does tap out. It's unfortunate that this can't block, but now... Oh. Okay, so we could put a Plains into play after this. Do we want to do that, or do we want to Evolving Wilds? Let's see. He's got 2 things into play now. So this attacking makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? Let's go ahead and attack first. These guys aren't going to trigger anything. Let's go ahead and attack first because we want him to block, and then we can enchant the thing. Yeah, it would be dumb for him to block, but we're going to hope that he does. And we're probably going to... What are we going to do? When another creature dies, transform it. It's such a great combo, isn't it? Yeah, I think we want to do that now, at the beginning of your upkeep. Yeah, we could do this later. We don't need to do this right now. We'll do it as in response to something. I don't know what kind of land we're looking for, but it's not going to be a Plains. Because we're getting a Plains with this guy, so let's look for a green, I think. If he's dumb enough to attack, then we're going to benefit a lot from that, I think. All right, cool. So we're just going to do this. Sacrifice this dude. Attach it to... Let's attach it to the Death Toucher. He's going to get a 2/2 zombie, but that's okay. He might have some sort of removal here, but we're definitely benefiting from sacking that thing. Big time. Look at all this action that we're getting. Look at this deck we made. Alright, so yeah, we wanted to take out that Death Touch dude so we could get through with some damage. We're going to activate this, and I think we're going to look for a green. Is he going to sack the zombie? We want him to, but... And that is kind of the right move, knowing that he gets a 2/2 in play. Sacrificing this zombie would be kind of dumb here. And it prolongs the game. Yeah, this is the right move for him, I think. Ah, nice. We got a candle trap. Oh, this is kind of cool, isn't it? Let's put this guy into play. And we can candle trap the other zombie, and then we'll just attack with everything. Or do we do this? No, we need a second white to do that. And we haven't played a land this turn, right? We have not. So let's do this. Play a land, candle trap the dude. Do we want to candle trap that dude? I don't know anymore. Yeah, I think so. Just so that we can get through with a bunch of damage. I think that's the play. Because that guy blocking this guy kind of sucks. Oh, we don't... Oh, no, we... Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely the play. Candle trap on this dude. We made one heck of a deck, didn't we? With all of what we're doing, I'm surprised he hasn't conceded already. I mean, I know that... Oh, okay. That's a pretty good play. But it's not the end of the world. We have lots of things that we can take care of with that. Let's go ahead and attack in. And we can still trigger Coven next turn. Unless we transform him, which only works if we have Coven. So that works out beautifully. Let's go ahead and play this. Right? We want to do that. We don't need to do the Curse of Leeches, do we? Attach it to a player at the beginning of enchanted player's upkeep. They lose a life and you gain a life. And then it has Daybound. Let's do this so that we can attack in for more damage. I like that play. Boom. Attack in for more damage. And what's he going to do? Instant speed removal? Nope, nothing. He's at 5. I like that. Yeah, I think we made the right move there. 2 extra damage. Maybe we didn't need... Yeah, we did. We needed that extra 2 damage. And just to be efficient with our mana, let's play a Silver Bolt. Not that we're going to use it. We do have Coven now, so we could just exile this thing. Which we may end up doing pretty soon, since it does have a tap ability on it. It does prevent all damage. No, but that doesn't matter. This isn't actually dealing any damage. He's going to have a lot of trouble right now. Oh, that sucks. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, we had ways of getting him back, but I guess not anymore. Let's see here. Curse of Leeches will do, but let's also... We want to do this. I don't think there's any getting rid of this thing. We don't want to Coven this just yet. We could do this as an instant, but I don't think we're even going to be attacked. Well, we could. We could attack with this. This does have Defender. I don't think that's going to help him at all. We may end up not even needing to candle trap. Let's just attack with, I guess, everything. We attack with everything. He's kind of dead, isn't he? He's only got one block. Oh no, he has that other defender. Let's just kill his defender. Or, no, we don't need to kill his defender because we can just use this to kill it. Let's just do that. I think that he's dead no matter what if we do this. Because now he doesn't have two blockers. He's only got one blocker. He has to block. Well, he could, I mean, he could tap his things, but that's just a big deal. I'd lose a life. He's still dead. Oh, we don't have a second white now. Oh, because we did this. That's unfortunate, but that's okay. We have more mana to kill that thing if he decides to block the farm hand, which he won't because I mean, he's dead. He's dead anyway. He's dead on board. If he blocks the biggest thing, he's taking 6 and he's only a 5. There's no spell in his hand that costs 1 black that gains him a life or 2 life he would need to gain. So he's just dead. I don't know why we needed to think too much about this. We should be playing for the win, not playing for what the most things we could do in a turn. We should have known right away as soon as he tapped all of his mana that we had the win. He tapped all his mana for this guy, and this guy does not put out blockers. He's a blocker himself, but he's not that great of a blocker. And now our opponent's just stalling. This guy doesn't take forever. I might have time for one more game before I take a break. I think I kind of want to take a break after this game. We made a deck, we played a game, the game was fun. We had a mulligan, but we still pulled out a win. Boo. You know what we haven't done? We haven't said good game. Maybe that's what he was waiting for. I'm calling him a he, but really it's whatever this lady's name is. That's a she, I'm sure. Looks like a she. Oh, we got a blocker. Oh, yeah. Sorry, dude. You needed that one black mana instant spell that says gain 2 life. or a 1 black flash creature that's like a 2/1 lifelink, right? Where's that 1 black flash defender 2/1 with reach? just in case, just to cover all the bases, you know, not that I was attacking in there. I guess it just need to be a 2/1. So put a 2/1, an instant speed spell that puts a 2/1 defender in play with lifelink. That would actually saved him a lot more damage than just gaining 2 life. So I guess it didn't even need lifelink. It just needed to be a 0/1 blocker. Target creature loses trample. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna take a break. Let's open our little treasure chest. This is just nothing like exciting. I mean, it's cool. We get more of these. We always want more of these, but it's not like, ooh, what did I get? What did I get? We saw what we got. We didn't get a lot of red or green. I was gonna hope to get some more red or green. I don't really have a great red or green deck that I can showcase. Yeah, I don't think I do. I mean, this is my really bad werewolves deck that it's just bad. It's no good. Could make a better red-green deck without werewolves. Anyway, I'm gonna take a little break. And then maybe I'll come back to play a little bit later with this draft deck that we made. So stay tuned. And I'm back. To all you people on YouTube, you're like, that was quick. And to everyone watching on Twitch, you're like, what the heck, dude? What were you doing? I was taking a break. And now I'm back, and guess what? We're doing the premier draft of Midnight Hunt again. We made ourselves a nice little white, black, green deck. I don't know, for the life of me, I just cannot remember what this is called. It's not Orzhov. That's white black. It's the one from Khans of Tarkir. They made a tricolor land of this combination, and I just can't remember it. I mean, I could easily look it up, but I just haven't yet. And they had such a bomb card. It was a rhinoceros in that set that it was like whenever it came into play, I think it was like a 3 life swap. Your opponents lost 3 life and you gained 3 life or something like that. And it was just a beast. It was a great card. I really hope they bring Cons in as like a a remastered set in here because I really loved Cons of Tarkir. That was a game changer for me um, in terms of like play styles and just cards that I got enthusiastic about, like Rabble Master. When that card was in, I don't think that that was a Cons card, but it was in while Cons was in Standard, and that's also when Culligan's Command came out. It's just like my playstyle, right? Like it's this perfect like little mid-range type of card set that they were putting out, and then also major cards that came out during that set was major game changer card. It was I don't think it was Delve. Was Delve part of that? Yeah, Delve was part of that block. But a big card for the for that set I think was there was a blue counter spell that was like it was like a counter spell for 1 blue mana, and if you had what was it? If you had like a creature with a power greater than something, then it was just counter any spell. Like it was so good. I mean, um, yeah. Anyway, perfect for the Death Shadow deck. That spell came out of Khans of Tarkir. I think it was a big game changer set for a lot of reasons. But for the main reason was this color combination that I just cannot place the name of. Um, was a really big deck at the time because of that rhinoceros card. Anyway, uh, completely tangent from what we're actually doing right now, which is playing the game of Magic, not just talking about it. I hope you guys enjoy my show and don't think I'm a complete nerd. I mean, I'm much funnier when there's other people. When it's just me talking, it's like kind of weird listening to myself trying to. I don't know. Sometimes I can make myself laugh, but not most of the time. Most of the time, I get real philosophical when I'm just talking to myself because I do think out loud a lot, and it bugs people at work sometimes when they have to listen to me talk, and they're like, "What is this guy doing? Is he talking to himself?" Like, um, wow, what is happening? We're just not picking up any opponents here. What is going on? Let's what I am broadcasting. Yeah, I'm broadcasting. And the server is slow or something because it's just not letting me game up here. Maybe I'm just impatient. Let's give it another couple minutes. Yeah, no, when I talk to myself, it's a lot of times when I'm like working on something and I'm trying to like analyze something. People say that I'm very analytical, um, that I overanalyze things. And the example I always bring up is going to restaurants. Going to restaurants is such a confusing thing for me because like my wife is so much easier. If we go to Red Robin, she'll order the same thing every time. Mushroom burger. That's it. Mushroom burger with Swiss. And it's funny because she doesn't get a mushroom burger anywhere else. If we go to the Habit, which has great burgers, which you can put mushrooms on, um, she'll get the chicken fingers, and that's it. She doesn't get chicken fingers anywhere else either. If we go to Popeyes, it's always the chicken nuggets. So, but with me, every time I go to a restaurant, I have to think about way too many things because like we go to Red Robin, there's burgers that are my favorite, but I don't know if I'm in the mood for my favorite. I don't know if I'm in the mood for something a little bit different. Sometimes I won't even get the fries, which is ridiculous. Red Robin, that's what you go for is the fries. But like sometimes I'll be like, I feel like a side salad today. And, but then I'll think about I won't just think like, what do I feel like? I'll think about the repercussions of later, like, so that might be why I don't get the fries at Red Robin. It'll be because I I think about, oh, I don't want to feel bloated later or something. But sometimes I'll be like, I don't care if I feel bloated. I just want some fries. I want to snack on them fries right now. You know, crunch a munch. Put some of that powdery goodness sprinkles on there. If you've been to Red Robin, you know what I'm talking about with their fries sprinkle seasoning stuff. I don't know what it is. It's probably something real simple like chili powder and sugar or something. Uh, but man, okay. So we've given it like almost 2.5 minutes. I do not know what's going on. Do we need to like restart or what is happening? Maybe that's what we'll try to do. I'm gonna pause the stream. I'm gonna exit out of the game, and then we're gonna come right back into it. No delays, no tangents, no nothing. We'll just get right into it. So just give me 1 second. And yep, we're back and again, and we're gonna go ahead and jump right in and see if this works. Okay, so yeah, I don't have a way of cutting that out of the video, at least not yet. I have a very rudimentary setup here. It's just a computer. I don't even have a computer screen right now. I have a mouse and a keyboard, but I'm using a TV as a screen, and it's kind of jarring how big it is here on the desk I'm using. I'm sitting really way too close, but yeah, if I could, I would cut that little piece out of the video. Unless it just keeps happening and it doesn't pair us up, and then I might have to just cut this video short altogether. I don't know what's going on. We made a deck, we played a game, and now I come back after my break, and then... Ah, here we go. Here we go, folks. We are ready. It says so right there on the screen. Ready. Okay, here we go. Decked out. Uh-oh. This guy's decked out. We need to be careful. Let's be on our guard here. Okay. Great card, great card. Nothing we can cast in our hand. Is it worth risking us picking up a land so that we can cast this? No, I don't think so. We have a lot of 1 and 2 and 3 drops that we aren't seeing as playable cards here in our hand. Yeah, none of this is playable, so we're gonna mulligan. Okay, so we could ditch the Candle Trap or the Dawnheart Wardens. I think I'd rather ditch the Wardens and hope for a 4th mana to cast Shadow Beast. This is a great card to aggro with, but what we really need is more stuff that we can actually cast and some mana. And Yeah, I think it's going to be Dawn Heart Wardens. We're going to get rid of one of our white cards. There's so many cards that we can't play, but this is probably... Yeah, I think that's the one that we want to get rid of for now. Well, you know. Ah, okay, so now we have 2 castable cards in our hand, but we're going to start off with the Awakener. Okay. Just need to draw a white for the Candle Trap, but... Ah, nice. Okay. Double up. We don't need to play the second swamp just yet. Do we attack into this? This is going to be dealing us 3 damage a turn, as opposed to our 1 damage bumped up to 4 damage a turn. We do have a second one of these. So let's just see if they trade. If they trade, that's good for us. If they don't, then we'll play this guy, and then now he's going to think twice about attacking. He knows that we've got some expendable dudes here. He's probably looking for like a burn spell, something easy and cheap to take out my blocker. Yeah, he's not attacking. I think that worked out great for us. Yeah, and then this is perfect for us, right? We attack with both, and we see if he's not going to block, obviously. But we have like a little protection on us now. And I think that there's no need to try and do anything at the moment, because we're going to get another dude here. That's a nice little 4/4. We don't need to sack any of these dudes just yet. It's nice that he can do that, but I think we just save everything. Oh, okay. If an opponent lost life this turn, add 3. Well, he's going to be able to do that, isn't he? Because I definitely lost some life. Should I have left one of them up? I don't think so. I think attacking with both was probably the right answer. We were at 20, so... and this card's probably not going to affect the board that much. But we'll see. We'll see what he does with that 3 red mana. Might do something. Looks like he's trying to play a red-blue spells deck. Oh, okay. Well, that works out perfect, doesn't it? If you don't have a card to cast, just discard it and then get something better. I don't think we want to do this just yet. We're going to go ahead and untap. Look at that. Okay, whenever you cast this spell, reveal cards from the top of your library to reveal X creature cards. Put all creature cards this way into your graveyard, then put the rest on bottom of your library in any random order equal to the number of creature cards in your graveyard. That's a great card, I think. We'll play the land first. We're going to see if he blocks. And whatever he blocks with... Actually, maybe not. Maybe we just play this 4/4 and then just call it. I mean, it's a very expendable 4/4, but we want to be able to sacrifice some stuff as like a response to something. So let's just play it safe for now. He's got a little bit of board control here. He's got a lot of mana to spend. So it's a little bit scary. Okay, so that's all right. That's all right. We wish we could have had some mana to sacrifice him in response, but we didn't. And that wasn't going to happen. He still wants to save this dude. I think it's the right thing to do to... Oh, nice. Okay, so we can Candle Trap one of these dudes. Probably we want to do that to the 4/3. Definitely want to do this at some point. But do we want to do it now, or do we want to Candle Trap and save it? Let's save it. Let's get a little bit more mana. Yeah. Let's Candle Trap this dude. We're not going to attack. We're just going to save our mana. We're going to save our creatures, and he's just going to be sitting with a nothing kind of situation. Okay, that's all right for us. We do not mind this. He can go ahead and discard 2 cards and draw that many cards. That's like... I do not think that this is a great ability. I mean, if you're in a really sticky situation, it can help you out of a jam. But like in his situation, I would not want to be the one discarding my hand just to draw 2 cards at random, like, you know, I don't think that that's, you might not better your situation. It's not really card advantage, it's not anything. It's just, it's kind of just mill 2 cards a turn, in a way. So we're just gonna let things play out. He's not gonna attack, he's just gonna pass it to us, unless he's got another spell. Nope. So we're just gonna draw. Ah, another candle trap, very nice. Okay, do you think it's time for old stick fingers to come into play? It's going to be a 3/3 if we tap 3 into it, but then we won't have any mana for these guys. So what is the verdict here? Maybe we candle trap, and we don't sticky fingers? Or stick fingers? He could also have a counter spell. That's something we need to worry about. Let's save our candle trap because it looks like he's not doing anything, so we don't have to do anything. Let's just save it right now and see what happens. It's going to change tonight. He's going to discard the cards he has in his hand. We'll see how he likes that. Yeah, he doesn't even have a choice. He has to do it, doesn't he? That's why I don't like this card. It doesn't give you the option. Wait. Discard up to 2 cards. Okay, no, it does give you the option. I'm just dumb. Make wild assumptions, state them confidently, and then apologize later. He's just going to mill himself. Look at this. He's got some sort of graveyard manipulation deck. I don't know about this. Yeah, we're going to let this happen. We're going to go ahead and let this happen. I doubt he's going to have a second spell. But you know what we have? We have a means of blocking 2 creatures, sacking 1 so that 1 survives, and I think that we're going to be just fine. Oh, interesting. Well, he can't cast that this turn, so. Whoopity-doo! My turn. Cool. I think this would be the next target for Candle Trap, I suppose. Alright, we got a land, but I think we probably want a Shadow Beast, don't we? Do we want a Shadow Beast? Or do we want a Candle Trap? Let's Candle Trap. See how he deals with this situation. Or should we go ahead and Sticky Fingers? Stick. Keep saying sticky, but it's stick. It's stick fingers, Jay. Don't even. No, I think I want to play this. I really do. But I like the instant speed ability of these guys to be able to, in response, you know, turn 1 into a 4/4. So I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna save it. Let's see what happens. It's already night, so I could have double cast a spell and then it would have allowed him to do this guy. I still don't think it's a great card. Yeah, it does let you discard stuff that you don't want in your hand, but... Okay, so he's casting that from his hand? Yeah, I guess he's, yeah, he's casting it from his hand. Sacking something wouldn't actually do any good here. So I guess we're taking 5 this turn, which is fine. That puts us at 6, which is kind of a scary place to be, but he's got a lot of these in his hand, doesn't he? Wow. Okay, so... Oh, okay. Why are you doing that? Just to get a zombie with Decayed? We can sacrifice this guy so that that fizzles. Let's go ahead and do that. So now we got a 4/4. And we can get a bunch of 3/3s into play, which is nice. I like that. Can't do both of these. That's just way too much mana. And it's daytime. Discarding a land. Yeah, I think this is the play. Just put some 3/3s into play. Don't attack, and then he's got. I've got 2 blockers. Oh, that's a tough cookie. Not sure what I'm gonna do about that. This guy doesn't have a reach, no, but he does have life gain, so that's nice. And this gained us some life too. Yeah, flying's gonna be a problem for us unless we get some removal. Okay. So, there is a way to get... No, we don't have any removal. So this is the long game. What we can do long term is start exiling his stuff by sacking this, but I don't know if we can survive that long. We could also, let's see here, put a 4/4 into play. That's not going to protect us from this flying dude. So, but this guy can help us in a way, because we can do this, and then we can exile one of his dudes, right? And then we can Dryad's Revival, bring it back, and then cast it again on this 4/4. So I think that's what we're going to have to do. This can happen as an instant speed, so let's go ahead and do that. We're not going to attack. We're just going to have to take the 4 damage. It's nice that we're gaining all this life. That's very helpful for us. Let's see what he does here. We're taking away his ability of abandoning the post at least once. If he's able to do this twice in one turn, then we're kind of screwed. He's getting rid of lands. He had... Okay, so now he's got 4. He could theoretically do abandon the post. I think all he's got is attack in the air for 4, and we know what we're going to do about that. Next turn, we're going to Candle Trap that guy. Return target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard to your hand. We have no response for that. So that's just going to happen. What's he going to get? This is turning into a stalemate type of game, but it's not a stalemate yet because he definitely has the upper hand. What is he getting? Did he target anything? Oh, he's targeting the spell that was already had flashback. That's weird. It's a little weird to me. Okay, so he's going to attack in the air for 4. How do we know? Because we're psychic. And then we're going to go ahead and exile the Candle Trap. And we will get it back. Oh, we also have a Silver Bolt, but that's not going to help us immediately. What we need is get that Candle Trap in play. And that's totally what we're going to do. We're at 7. We have to rethink this, don't we? Being at 7 means that he's going to double cast this, and we've only got 4 creatures here. If we don't do this, yeah, we kind of have to do this, but we are going to take 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 exactly if he double casts that. There's not a whole lot we can do about it, is there? Well, we can gain 2 life, but that's not going to do us any good with him coming at us with 4 in the air. There's still going to be 2 creature or 1 creature that gets through, isn't there? No, yeah, I don't think that that's going to help us at all. I think what we have to do... I think we just lost this game. Unfortunately, he has just enough mana to kill us with double that spell. But what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and do our Candle Trap maneuver, because that was what our plan was to begin with. Candle Trap that dude. And we're just like, oh no, we're not 1 mana short. We're not 1 mana short of doing this, so we're totally going to do that. Yes, we are. We just saved ourselves, I think. Just barely. Just barely. Yeah. No attacks. And the turn, I think we're going to be all right. I think we're going to be all right. We don't have any blockers, but we do have a way of removing one of his creatures. I mean, that would be a huge waste of his resources if he double casts his can't block. Yeah, go ahead. That's fine. Can't block. That's fine. Yep, that's fine. Now he's going into combat. We're going to kill this thing because this does the most damage. We're going to do it before it attacks. There it is. Yep, we're going to take that. And that's fine for us. Because guess what? Does this gain us any life? It does put a lifelinker into play, but that's not going to do us any good if he recasts this. And we don't have any creatures. So we're at 3. We need to gain some life, I think. That's of the highest priority right now. He's only got one of those spells that, yeah, I think this is the only option we have right now. Be on the safe side, gain some life, leave up as many blockers as possible, and hopefully he doesn't have some sort of direct damage spell. Oh, there's that again. Okay, well that's going to be problematic at some point in the future, but not yet. He's scrounging for answers. Oh, that's going to be a problem. Unblockable? Yeah, that is a problem. Let's see. We don't have anything else that gains us life unless we get... No, we exiled that one card. Yeah, nothing that gains us life, is there? There's one unblockable dude. We can't do this twice, but we could get Silverbolt back. I just don't think... with 7 mana... let's see here. That's 5. No, technically we have 8 mana. 1 unblockable damage. We're at 5. I think that we can survive this at least for 1 turn. Do I have any creatures in the graveyard? I have 1 creature in the graveyard, so this could be kind of nice to have. Let's try this. Let's add some value to this. Let's say 3. That makes it cost 5. Let's kind of 4, 5, 6, 5. Let's go with 5. Pay 5. Let's do this. Let's see how this works out for us. Choose attackers. We are going to... Should we attack? Let's go ahead and attack with this dude. I think that that's safe. He's got 1, 2, 3. Well, he's only got 3 creatures that we can block anyway. And if he casts this spell, we could get away with attacking with... well, these are just going to bounce off of that. So let's just attack with our 4/4. And there goes that guy. Okay. That's fine. Now we got another Candle Trap in the graveyard already, so we don't have to exile it. So we can Dryad's Revival, Candle Trap his Suspicious Stowaway, take his... Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. We didn't see that, did we? Yikes. Okay, we're obviously going to block this dude. We're going to block this dude. We're going to block this dude. We're going to block as many of these as we can. I don't know what he's doing. This is a weird play for him. He might have a way to get this back and then just kill all of his own stuff, but yeah, I don't know why he attacked the way he did. It seems like a desperation move, right? sure he dealt some damage to me, but... Oh. Oh, yeah. Okay. That's... Oh, 3 damage. Oh, shoot. Okay. Pretty stiff. Sick. Yeah. So maybe we... Yeah. We needed to not block one of his devils. That sucks. In order to survive. So that was my fault that I didn't like take that in consideration. I always forget that. It makes sense why that Wrath Devil spell, the red one that he cast, is like one of the highest rated cards in the set, and it makes perfect sense why. We could have had that game. It was just on the ropes for so long, right? Like we could have gotten a card back that gained us some life, or we could have gotten back a card that that stopped his unblockable dude. We had some options going there, but we were just so close to death that whole game, or most of the game, that it almost didn't matter. But this is a very keepable hand, I think. In my opinion, very keepable. We can cast this for 2 or 3. We can cast this for, I think, 3 at least. Cast that for 3. Got options. But let's start with the forest. Not casting that for 0. Or for 1. Ugh. That card again. That's annoying, right? Why don't we go ahead and do this? We could block. It's not the worst thing in the world to have this be thrown away because this does feed our stick fingers. It we can probably get it back later, so it's not the worst thing in the world to have to toss this thing for just 1. It's a great card, but we saw how low we got so quickly with cards like that. Yeah, we wanna go ahead and trade for now. It sucks, but it's a 1-for-1, and that's only 2 damage. Well, that's interesting. Life lost. Oh, you don't have to do it. At the beginning of your post-combat main phase, look at the... Oh, and plus also at the beginning of the post-combat main phase, which is already passed. Let's put out our white. We could path to the festival here, but we kind of want to put out a blocker. We don't have that option, though, really. Not feasibly. I think this is the best course of action here. We're looking for probably a forest. I don't think we have anything cost double white. We did need some white last game, so why don't we leave this on top, because, you know, mana is crucial in this deck. We want as much mana as possible as quickly as possible. So he's going to get to do this, which is super nice. And he's got untapped mana. Florian. Oh, yeah, that's a good card to cast. This guy's an amazing dude. I hope we get the chance to get rid of that dude. Alright, so we have a little bit of ramp here. That's good. This has flashback. Interesting. I don't know if we can afford this much longer. I think we need to put out a blocker. Yeah, actually, this works. Put out a blocker and put out an Awakener. So if he attacks with both, we could theoretically just throw this guy in front of the 3/3 and block this dude with our 2/4 and just kill it. Or we can have these guys bounce, but I'm thinking he's probably not going to attack with both next turn. If I'm wrong, and whatever. I don't know how important it is for us to prevent this, you know, life loss so that this doesn't trigger. It seems kind of important when... Oh, yeah, that sucks. Okay. Oh, that's bound to happen. He doesn't even need to attack now. This has first strike, so we're definitely not going to block. We didn't have any mana to sacrifice. Oh, and it exiles him. That sucks. God, this is a really good removal. Taking the damage. We're having a rough time with these red aggro decks, huh? Ours is kind of a mid-range deck, so we... there we go. That's going to help us a lot. A lot. And then we will go ahead and play this for 3, and it'll become a 3/3. And I think that that is going to be a good thing, right? We don't want to play Curse of Leeches, do we? I don't think Curse of Leeches would make much sense here. I think playing this for 3 is a good move for us. It's a nice little sweet spot. 3 creatures. We are not going to attack. It's 4/4. It's perfect. He can double... No, he can't. He can't double activate this, but he could have like a burn spell. In which case, he could have just used it already. But he's gonna... Yeah, he's gonna activate this, and then... I don't know why he did that, unless there was some sort of burn. I don't know why he did that. That seems weird. Okay, maybe he was bluffing. He's probably bluffing, and it just fell on his face. I think it's time for us to Curse of Leeches now. Get that out into play. So let's see here. Can even enchanted players upkeep. They lose a life and you gain a life. Yep. We enchanted him, so we're good. And we're not going to do this, but we are going to keep some mana up just in case he tries to kill this dude. And that's all he is. He's just a big dude that we dump some stuff in our graveyard, and hopefully we'll get them back soon, because that's what this deck does. It gets things back from the graveyard. No attacks for now, I think. Yeah, no attacks for now, I guess. We're just going to let it sit. Yeah, we have a 20-turn clock now. Or he has a 20-turn clock. It's kind of a long time. But this deck is a slow burn deck, isn't it? He's probably going to do... oh no, he just skipped his combat. Okay. I thought he was going to attack with this, because he has got some good trades on the board. I don't know that I'd want to trade. Nice. Hi, Luna. Okay. Yeah, I like this card. Dawnheart Wardens. Let's do it. Let's get this in play. I don't think... Oh, no, it will activate. Nice. Very nice. Sweet. Hi, Luna. I think... Yeah. Let's attack with Leech Lurker and Stick Fingers. And if he blocks either one of these, then he just wipes his board and makes it real easy for us to win, I guess. Yeah, that's all it is. If he has any tricks, yeah, he's going to do this. He's going to wipe his own board. We could have activated this and forced him to activate that, but I think it's just plain better to let this trade happen, because he's gonna waste both of his creatures just to get rid of our 4/4 lifelinker, which is scary as shit, but you know, we can get it back. I feel like this is a decent trade for us. Yeah, we're just going to get it back later. And we gained a bunch of life, and we're in a great position right now. Coven is still active. He did get to draw a card from it. Oh, shoot. What? Okay, that came out of nowhere. What the heck? Not cool. Guess he just had that in his hand and he knew about it. So, well, it's not like we could have done anything about that yet. We need some of our removal right now, don't we? We're not going to last very long with that in play, but neither is he if he decides to attack. This doesn't have lifelink, so target player mills 3 cards. That's a weird. I guess, I mean, you'd want to be targeting yourself with that. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and... Okay. That's not exciting. Do we keep it in our hand? No. He's playing black. He can make it just discard cards. And we don't want to have to discard lands. We like our lands. We're even going to search for more right now. What are we looking for? Let's look for black this time. And then next, we don't need that. We want to. We could Evolving Wilds, but I don't know that that would really do any good. We're not going to attack. This is not a good trade for us. Flying Trample, yeah. He's going to get through with 6 each turn, but we're going to get through with way more than 6 on our turn if he decides to play it that way. But he also could be, like he could transform this, make it a 5/6. That's scary. Taps it. See what he does. Is he going to attack? No, he's not. Okay. Do we want to Evolving Wilds? Yes. Let's look for a... We don't need a second Plains, but since we have more than, or 3 or more of the others, let's just look for a Plains anyway. We're just thinning our deck of lands, and that's what we want to do. Ah, nice. Okay. So we could get rid of his guy if we attacked with both of our big dudes. We could play this after the fact and then kill it. That's a little bit risky. I wouldn't necessarily want to do that. But our guys are not as scary as his guy. He's got a lot of spells in his hand, so I'm worried more about the spells in his hand. So I'm going to go ahead and play this. Leave everything out on the table. And we're not going to attack. We're just going to wait. We're just going to bide our time. And we're going to hope for a removal spell that gets us out of the situation of he's got a big giant scary demon in play that could wreck us if he were to cast a creature. Oh, okay. That's annoying. Well, see, I'm glad that we didn't attack into a 6/6, let our creature die, and then just to have this countered and exiled. Sucks. We won't be able to get that back, but you know what? That would have been if we would have had to get that back to use it again, that would have been kind of a pain. We're not going to attack. So he is playing counter spells. And let's see. Oh, he's attacking. So he's got a creature in his hand that he can cast. And we've got no cards in hand. It doesn't matter that he casts it before or after combat, but okay, here we go. I guess it did matter in this case, because now he gets the trigger for that. Is it 16 now? Oh, and another dude. Okay. Fan-effing-tastic. We are so screwed if we don't get a removal here. Oh, okay. Well, that doesn't help us. But we could get away with an attack. With 2 creatures? We can attack with 2 creatures, right? Let's see. Maybe we shouldn't attack with the Wardens. Let's just attack with the Stick Fingers. Okay. Yeah, go ahead and block. That's fine. It's one less creature we have to worry about. Does he have... Oh, sacrifice another creature. Target player mills 3 cards. That actually could hurt us quite a bit. Yeah, he's milling us. Interesting. Oh, look at that. We have graveyard cards. Oops. Let's see what we have here. Creature spells that we want? Not really. What we would rather is removal spells. So we're gonna cast the Shadow Beast Sighting, I think. Yeah. Oh wait, do we not? We should have enough mana for this. Oh, we haven't gone through combat yet. I mean, this would be a nice card to have. Whenever another creature you control dies. So this is our best target for Diagraph Rebirth. But right now, we don't want Diagraph Rebirth. What we want is some attackers that will offset his 6/6 that's just killing us like crazy. Another good target would be the guy that gains us 3 life, and that may end up having to be our target if we don't have an answer to the 6/6. Yeah, we need an answer to this thing real soon. Ugh. Yuck. Okay, that's another flying creature. Ah, here we go. Beautiful. Okay, so we could get our Candle Trap back with that. And that's pretty much our only removal, so that's what we have to do. We get our Candle Trap. How do we want to do this? Do we want to exile it? Probably, huh? Yeah, I think that's what we have to do. Gonna get our Candle Trap. Gonna exile it right away. Or do we just cast it? I really don't want him milling us more. So we might as well just get rid of this thing as it is. We have enough to put this guy into play, but I think it's better if we just get rid of this thing right now. I think that's our best move. Yeah. And we are worried about dying, so right now I don't think we want to attack. Let's just leave it for now. This is not as worrisome as oh, that could be problematic. Tapping non-land permanents. Yeah, I don't like that. Four. We can gain 3 life from one of our creatures, or we could. We don't have a life linker in here, do we? Yeah. Go ahead and see my creature that I have. Big whoop. Ah, nice. This will be useful. I don't know that we need it now, but we can do both. We can do this, get our guy back that gains us 3 life. Let's do that, and then we'll have 2 mana for the Vengeful Strangler. But first, do we want to attack? He has the ability to tap some stuff. Let's put some stuff out there first, and then we'll decide later. This guy... Oh, this guy has lifelink. Okay, so maybe we consider getting this guy back with when we have more mana to do that. Because we're doing this for the Diagraph Rebirth. We could have reduced the cost. But we're not going to right now. We want to put this guy into play. Yes, we do. He doesn't have any cards in his hand. We may be doing this completely out of order, but it's not that big of a deal, right? We lost this guy's 5-power toughness, but that's okay. We've got some good blockers. We got a guy... Oh, he can't block. So he's going to be able to tap one of our dudes, or no, he just has the ability to draw a card, which he's going to use on at the end of his turn. He also can transform this dude, but he's not going to do that, and it'll be tapped when he does. So he's got 3 attackers. We can only block 2 of them, so we only really need 2 guys to block, which that means we need 3 guys. Yeah, I think that's how we're going to play it. Yeah, we saw that coming. We knew that was coming. Oh, look at that. We were able to pull off a victory. He got bored with us. He saw the inevitable. Got us down to 4 life, I think, or 3. Yeah, he got us down to 3 life, and then we bounced back a little bit. I think it was 3. Luna's being so sweet right now, just sitting in my lap, being a little good girl. Yeah, cute little kitty cat. Hi. Hi. So cute. So distracting. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, let's go ahead and play another. See how many we can get through before we get pulled away. Does this look like a keepable hand? I think it does. Let's keep it. All of our stuff is castable. Oh yeah. Got a good hand. Interesting. Somebody who picked a shipwreck. Marsh. Oh, looks like he's got a decent deck though. So far, so good. This guy can't block, so we're definitely attacking. But his effect won't happen until we get a second permanent in play. So if we trade, I'm wasting an effect, so let's not attack. And instead, let's just cast this Curse of Leeches, curse the opponent. And yeah, it's a nice little, off to a good start, huh? Drain a life every turn. Today looks like actually a pretty good day to do some yard work. I may have to cut this short just to take advantage of the day. Home ownership, am I right? A good day to do yard work, says me. Here we go. This kind of sucks for us. Yeah, that kind of sucks. But we don't have to block that guy, do we? And he can't block us. So we're okay with that, I think. What is the better card to play here? He could sacrifice this to counter this for 1 mana. Unless we pay 3. So we're not going to cast that with that in play. We're going to cast this. We can always get stuff back with this too. If he decides to make us sacrifice this thing. We go ahead and attack. Yep. We are winning this race. Absolutely. He's going to have problems if he doesn't have some sort of solution other than what he's got in play. This is definitely a race we can win. Already 7 life ahead of him, and it's 4 damage a turn. So he's got 4 turns. We've got more turns. 4 to more. Oh no! Ah, that sucks. Oh, but we we both get a trigger. Oh no, he puts it on that. Oh, but he kills this. That's a weird play. Oh no, it exiles. Oh, we don't get the trigger. Oh, bummer. Yeah, that's right. Don't get the trigger. We don't get the trigger. We don't get the trigger. This is a pretty good card to play, I'd say. I certainly say so. It's a creature spell that he can't counter with his Hermit, so yeah, I'd say that's a pretty good spell. Sack an on-land permanent. It's going to be this guy. Unfortunately, we kind of need that white mana, don't we? But not quite yet. Did help us get an extra mana. Oh, that's ugly. Not uglier than our Burly Breaker. I think our Burly Breaker's kind of dominating right now. Burly Breaker. This sucks. He's just taking the stuff right out of our graveyard. I don't like it, I says. Okay, so we can get away with casting this for 4. And that's it. That's all we have is 4 mana. That sucks. Is he going to be able to, like, exile more stuff from my graveyard? This is super annoying. This would be a 3/3. A 3/3 isn't a bad move, but I think a 4/4 is slightly better in this case. And do we want to attack? I don't think we do. That'll open up... Well, no, we can attack. I think we can attack here. 5 damage. He could double block with this guy and this guy. So let's not. No attacks. Let's just leave him up for blocking. We can play the waiting game with Curse of Leeches in play. This will work out great for us. If we just don't do anything for the rest of the game and then he just dies from this, that's cool. I'm cool with that. We need some mana though, don't we? Kind of screwed on mana. And that's not our deck's fault. It's not a color problem right now. Yeah, we'll block that, I think. It's okay if he gets another damage in the air. That's just 1 more damage in the air that I'm not too worried about. It's 1 less creature on the board. That's what I'm more concerned about. Ah, yes, okay. So, is he going to counter this? If he does, he's a fool, because this is not a great spell to counter, especially since it has flashback. So, is he going to counter it? I doubt it. But if we kind of want him to, don't we? In a way. This is a bad spell for him to counter, but he's like, this is the first non-creature spell he's cast. I have to do it. You don't. You don't have to do it, but you did. This puts a... Okay. Okay, so that... There's 2/2 flyer. That could be beneficial for him. But I've got a nice little setup here. He's got a 3/2 in play. If I attack with my big dude... Well, but let's just attack with a 4/4. So let's not attack with my most threatening dude. If I attack with a 4/4 and the 6/5, he is going to double block one of them. I don't know which one. But if he double blocks this, that's just a bad trade for him. A token for a flyer. But if I attack with both, that's 10 damage. He double blocks the Burly Breaker. And then I still take out the flyer, which is a bad trade. I'm not gonna attack with both. I'm just gonna attack with this dude. Again, we can take it nice and slow with Curse of Leeches. Oh yes, this is a good trade for us. I think. Take out his flyer. And now, I mean, yes, he can bring it back, but for 5 mana and it's smaller. Let's go ahead and do that. Yeah, let's break up all of his mana. And we traded a token for a card that is going to screw him eventually if he tries to recast it. I mean, this is... Yeah, that's... Oh, no, that's not even the best card. This is the best card he could cast right now, which he is going to do. So he does both of those, which is way better than casting this. Nice. Okay, so we get our white mana anyway. Do we want to pass the festival now? We only have 5 mana. We should. We need to kind of ramp, don't we? We can take it nice and slow, like we've been saying. But I think a most important thing right now is getting more forests. We have a lot of swamps, not a lot of forests. Ah, nice. We'll leave that on top. We like our lands in this deck, and we won't attack. We'll just let him, you know, get through with 3 in the air, and that's okay. We're still going to win the race. He's at 13, but yeah, we don't want to attack because he could still double block and kill us. We want to turn it to night so that when we attack, he's much bigger. We're gonna have this one turn that just like really shifts the tides, I bet. Oh, that's scary. Okay, we didn't see that coming, did we? That could be a little bit tricky. Knowing that we have a land coming, that's kind of sucky. But we have this Coven dude that's pretty cool. We have a Dryad's Revival. This guy's not going to be able to... Oh, no, we could cast this next turn. Yeah, we can. Oh, interesting. Okay, what is he doing? Attacking with a 3/4. Does he have some sort of burn spell? That's strange to me. Yeah, we're going to block. Let's see what he's got. I don't know what he's got, but that doesn't seem like a great play for him, right? Put this in the graveyard. Maybe he wants to get it back from the graveyard with another spell? Or... Oh, okay. Okay, that's pretty good. It's all right. I don't think that it was really crucial for him to do that. Let's see. So this puts a 4/4 into play. This would put a 6/6 into play. I think I like that better, don't you? Or do I want to get this guy back and cast him again? That'd be fun, right? I don't have enough mana for that, do I? Nope, we don't. That costs 5. Yeah, let's put a 6/6 into play. And the next turn, we'll Coven. Or 4/4 does not seem like a great accomplishment, but we should get this out of the way. Let's just get this out of the way. We don't need it, but it's good that I think it's good that we got that out of the way. Let's not attack. Next turn we put this 6/6 into play, and then we get the effect of it, unless he's got some sort of counter spell, which would suck. We're not going to win the race now because he put this guy into play. This is his scary dude at the moment. That makes this cheaper. That's cool. By 1. That's a pretty good card. He had another one. Yeah, he did. Okay. He's got a lot of these 2/2s. Oh, that sucks. Well, at least we got rid of that other card from our graveyard that he could have gotten rid of, right? Exile up to 2 cards. Yeah. Okay, so we can only really block the decayed zombies, and I don't think it's worth trading for that zombie. If we get into a pinch, we can start tossing our dudes away. But we're still surviving at least another turn after this. Ooh, yeah, that sucks. Okay, let's put this out for 6. And wait, let's not do this yet. Let's attack first with our 4/4. He's at 11. He's pretty low. I think I survive next turn, right? Even if he attacks with all of his decayed zombies, that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then I have a blocker for each of these. I think it's fine. I think it's riskier, but we need to deal some damage to him. He's not going to have a counterspell. He's tapped out, basically. let's go ahead and put this into play for 6. See how he likes it. Target a creature I control. Let's go with the small dude. Little itty bitty. Let's see what he does here. Yeah, it wouldn't make any sense to put it on our 6/6. Make it a 7/7. That's a little excessive. All right, so he's got a removal. Oh yeah, he can tap it. Oh shucks. Okay, so that kind of sucks. All right. What do we do about this? I think we just lose now, don't we? We could. Is he thinking about this? He's gonna die in the backswing if he's not careful. Oh no, he's got a 3/3 blocker in play. Do I need blockers? I'm at 14, and he's coming at me with 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. He's coming at me with exactly 14. So if I block, I lose the opportunity for lethal if I draw removal, which, I mean, but I have to block, don't I? Otherwise I'm dead. Which card do I block, though? I think we block the creature that does the most damage, because these aren't surviving, so I think that's the only option we have here. Yeah, that's the only option we have. It's unfortunate that we have to give up lethal, but, you know, we're dying if we don't, so it's kind of sucky. Do get to gain a life from this, but that is not helpful at all, is it? It's the only card we have in our graveyard. There's nothing we can do about this. We're going to go to 4 after this. There's just nothing we could do here. Let's see. If we got this guy back from the graveyard, we cast it, then we sack this, we can't get it back from the graveyard. If we could, that would be nice. That would be very cool, right? This one puts a counter on a thing. You know what? If we had put a counter on this thing, it comes down to that, doesn't it? That's so dumb. So if we had put a counter on this, we would have won. That is so dumb, isn't it? Yeah. But how could we have known? How could we have known that that it would play out that way, that he would have this locked in the cemetery? I mean, any removal other than locked in the cemetery would basically cancel this concept of us putting the counter on the wrong thing, you know? But we would have, no, we wouldn't have won because he still has a blocker. He could still block. So, we're going to go ahead and attack. And then, why did it use up all of our black mana? That was dumb. At the beginning of the thing, put a counter on a thing. It's going to go on to... Doesn't matter. Because someone effed up. That was me for tapping mana. I don't know why. I don't know why it didn't let me tap the mana differently than the way it tapped. That's dumb. Okay, we're going to block there, but we're going to die anyway. Unfortunately, yeah, no, there was nothing we could have done. We did everything the right way, I think. Except for tapping the mana that way. That's dumb. Oh my gosh. Oh, what did we get? We got our rewards, didn't we? Fun. Is this card any good? 5 mana for a 3/3 flying double strike. You have hexproof. If your life total would be reduced to less it to 0 or less, instead transform it, your life total becomes 3. Then if it didn't transform this way, you lose the game? What? What? That's weird. You have hexproof on the other side, still, and he doesn't have lifelink, but his power and toughness equal to your life total, which would be 3. And then, whenever it attacks, double your life total. Oh, so it would become 6, and he would be a 6/6 as he's attacking. That is a weird card, huh? It kind of fits, like both sides are very similar, right? He's a 3/3 with double strike, so that deals 6. And then the next turn, if he's transformed, he's dealing 6 because he becomes a 6/6. Weird card though. For 5 mana, is it a good card? Giving yourself hexproof is always beneficial, but does it matter? I don't know. Doesn't stop Elrond's Epiphany. Doesn't stop Goldspan Dragon, right? So I don't know what good that is. 3/3 flying double strike can block a Goldspan Dragon and kill it, but I mean, not at instant speed. It doesn't have flash. Card ratings. Not a good card. Yes, a good card. This is a good card. I'm not even going to say the right decks. In most decks, this card's good. That's 2 losses. Let's go ahead and play one more. And this will be our last game of today. Win or lose. If we lose, it'll be a nice little wrap up to the perfect amount of games, right? Because we said this is our last game. If we win, we're going to save the rest of these games for another day. And then I'm going to update my YouTube because I need to do that still. Big time. Okay, so we got a lot of land here. This is great. A lot of good cards to cast. I like this hand. Got a creature to sacrifice. I like it. I like this hand. Nice. Gonna go ahead and attack now. And cast creature later. We have got ourselves a nice little combo brew. Alright. We are going to half the number of creature cards in your graveyard rounded up. Is this a good card? I put this in here thinking that this would be a good card. I don't know if it is. It's good for late game. We haven't gotten to play it yet. Let's go ahead and cast Plains. And do we want to candle trap this dude? Maybe, maybe not. We don't need to candle trap him. But let's play this out. If we attack with both, he's going to block the Vengeful Strangler, and then his trigger is going to do nothing. If he blocks this, we're going to sack this for this, and he's going to block. So I don't think we do anything. I think we just leave it and wait until he casts something, and then sack this thing. Beginning of your upkeep, yeah. I mean, it's obvious what we're going to do, right? It's completely obvious. Ah, here we go. Yep. Okay, so let's... We have another target for Vengeful Strangler. That's pretty nice, huh? Let's see if he attacks. He really shouldn't. If he does, it's very foolish. Unless he has a bounce spell. If he's got a bounce spell, that's not bad, isn't it? We're gonna put it on his heirloom mirror because we can. Oh no, wait! It only attaches to a creature. Creature or planeswalker. Oh, you're right. I'm right. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm right, wrong. Right, wrong. Scooby? I don't know what I'm saying. What is happening? It's rapidly deteriorating in this place. Curse of Leeches is better early. Why don't we do this now? Let's do it now. I mean, miss this. This only works as a sorcery. That's funny. This would be a nice little ramp, but we don't have anything to ramp into yet. So let's get that curse out there, and let's play it that way. He's gonna lose a life. I'm gonna gain a life. Yep, he can't use it as instant speed. He didn't read the card. It's activate only as a sorcery. I've made that mistake before. That's why I know. If you're watching my stream, you'll know that I made a black-blue deck that did horribly, that I haven't put on YouTube, that featured an heirloom mirror. And I think I made 2 decks that featured an heirloom mirror both times. Only once did I ever get it to turn into a creature out of both decks, and neither time did it matter because he just bounced it. Like he's doing here. Put on top. Is he doing this on his turn, his main phase? I think he is. We like it on top, don't we? But there's some better stuff in our deck, so let's not put it on top. We don't need it on top right now. Got only 1 creature in our graveyard. Yeah, let's not put it on top. He gets a zombie. Zombie, zombie. What's in your head? Zombie, zombie. He hasn't even used this yet. How unfortunate for him. Okay, yup. Is he gonna use it? Is he going to use it? Let me know if my accents offend you in any way. I have some pretty offensive accents, I'm sure. Impersonations. You can't call them impersonations. That's what makes it insulting, right? If it's an impersonation, then you're saying that somebody else has that voice. But if you're just saying it's an accent, it's all right. Hello, governor. That's an accent, not an impersonation. Well, it kind of is an impersonation of an American actor in a British movie, right? Mary Poppins. Chim chimney, chim chimaroo. This guy can't block. This guy can't block. Are we better attacking or blocking? We're at 25 piece of 10. Let's attack. Attack! He's blocking. You know what's funny? If we candle trap his vampire interloper, he's just kind of like a little floating defender that can't block. I love it. I just want to do it just because it's funny, right? A defender that can't block. It's funny, right? You guys get the joke. I didn't have to do it. I could have turned this into a 4/4 leech, but I decided to candle trap an interloper just for the lols. I hope you guys appreciate it. Oh no! 3 damage! I can't handle it with a 4 toughness creature. 4 toughness? I say, my word! Oh, it's 2 captors now. Would you like to see me play the rest of this game in a British accent? Or would you rather Australian accent, eh? Bloody likely. Not bloody likely. Okay, so he's got an interloper that can't block. Yeah, you love it, don't you? You think it's funny. You think it's funny. You think it's funny. Yeah, you do. You know you think it's funny. Because it is funny. Oh no! Oh no! A 0/4 attacked! And a 0/4 got through. Do you know what? These insects will get ya. The bloody buggers. Oh no! You just sacrificed a silver bolt for one of them insects. That's no werewolf. What are you wasting your silver for, mate? He says to the British man, who says back, my word. don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. Good heavens! Good heavens! Inherent Fiend is now a creature. Oh no, he got rid of my ants! With another card! Ah, but it's alright. It's alright. I can still deal. Oh no, I'm switching back into Australian. What is happening? I think I'm attacking. I think that's what's happening. Yes, attack! Attack! Take 2 damage! Take 2 more damage! I think he's dead next turn if he doesn't have an answer. How does rounding up work? So I've got 1 creature in the graveyard. Half of 1 is half. Rounded up is 1. So that means that I would get 1. And if I had 2 creatures in the graveyard, I'd still get 1. So, not a great deal, if I have to say so. What kind of accent would you call this? It's not my normal voice. Is it like a Jimmy Stewart? No, Jimmy Stewart's more like this. Well, I went down to the savings and loan, and I got my money out of the bank. I work at the bank, and I got my own money out. I spent it on myself. I invested in my own business. How does that even work? Because he's at 3. He's got 3 turns to live, and he's halfway through one of his turns, rounded up. Am I right? I've got nothing to do here, so I mean, I might as well just wait. I mean, if I'm attacking, he's going to block with his 4/4, take out one of my, either my 3/3 or my 2/4. He's got, like, plenty of things, right? He's got this thing. Yeah, that's in the graveyard. I mean, I got nothing right now. I could put a 2/2 into play. Is it worth it? Is it worth it? Let's just wait. He's screwed. I'm gaining a life every turn. Let's just wait. Oh, okay. I don't cast anything now. It's a 4/4. It's a targetable creature now. He's not losing life every turn. But, what's he gonna do? Oh, he attacks with one of his blockers. That's not a good move, sir. Unless you have some sort of, I don't know what. Oh, okay. You're gonna gain some life out of it. Whoop-a-dee-doo! Whoop-a-dee-doo! This is my Adam Sandler impression! What? Okay, this is annoying. Exile a creature card from a graveyard, put a counter on it. That is so annoying! But you know what? He's at 5. We have 4 attackers, and he has 1, 2, 3 blockers. One of them's a 5/5. So he would at most take 2 damage. This sucks. Maybe we should have Ghoul Caller's Harvest last turn, just to put another attacker into play, huh? Yeah, he would have gone down to 1. What I need is to switch this back into a curse. Yeah, I definitely should have Ghoul Caller's Harvest. I was not paying attention to the night day. I should have been paying attention to the moon. You want the moon? Cast no spells on your turn and you'll get the moon. That's Jimmy Stewart, folks. Jimmy Stewart. What other impersonations or accents would you like to see me do on this show? Something original? You want a completely original accent. One that does not have any origin or solid ground in any kind of logical sense. How about... We can have an accent that doesn't sound like any other accent ever in existence. That's almost leprechaunish. Yeah, it's close. I'm trying to sound like I don't know. Maybe it sounds like a Woody Allen. And no, that's not Woody Allen. Don't. I'm not going to try Woody Allen until I've actually watched Woody Allen, which I haven't. Oh, you're going to mill me some cards. Okay, that actually might help me. Ooh. Exile a target creature card from a graveyard. Yeah, those aren't creatures, are they? But they do have flashback. They do have flashback. Oh, from your own graveyard. Okay. Okay, I'll get it. I'll get it. Are you gonna attack in the air for 6? I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to lose. This is my Bill Clinton impression. That's what this is. I don't want to lose to a 6/6 Damon. So why don't you take your exile ability and just keep on walking, buddy? I did not have sexual relations with that woman, Monica Lewinsky. Now it's Forrest Gump. I just transitioned from Bill Clinton to Forrest Gump. Jenny, I like to run, Jenny. No, that's bad. That's a bad Forrest Gump. It's all relative, right? I mean, like, you're not going to confuse my Forrest Gump impression with like Shirley Temple. I'm a good chip, lollipop. That's not even Shirley Temple. That's like we represent the Lollipop Guild. Is that Wizard of Oz? I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. This is ridiculous. Okay, so sacrifice a non-land permanent. We have 0 cards in our graveyard. This is kind of silly, isn't it? Let's I mean, he's not doing anything, but we need to cast 2 spells, don't we? We need to cast 2 spells. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna flash this back. That's a spell. And we're going to get I guess. Yeah. Sure. We're gonna play a land. And we're going to not do that. That's dumb. We're going to Rite of Oblivion. And we're going to sacrifice one of our insects, I think, to take out his 6/6 flyer. This is a token. Although, putting a creature in our graveyard would have been beneficial, huh? That was dumb. We're just not paying attention. We're paying closer attention to our silly, whatchamacallit. Yes, attached to a player. There, attached to this player. Submit one. Our silly accents and impressions. Now you're screwed. Unless you cast no spells this turn. And then you're fine. Which you're going to do, obviously. I'm going to turn this back to a 4/4. Uh-huh. And I am going to cast 2 spells this turn. Ha-ha! I'm going to take out your 3/6 here. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I cast 1 spell, I cast 2 spells. Boom. 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 Biggity boom, baby. Biggity boom, baby. You've got 2 blockers, and I've got a lot of power coming at you. Coming at you, baby. Deal with that. You've got to block 2 creatures, and one of them's a 4/4. Yep. Now you effed up, buddy. Ooh, there it goes. Okay, so that was my last game. I hope you enjoyed the impressions, because there's a lot more where that came from. Suggest some impressions for me, and then I'll try and work on my impressions and see if that's entertaining. You want to see Jimmy Stewart play Magic? That was bad. Sorry. How about some more recent names? Names that don't come from the greatest generation. That's what they call baby boomers. Actual baby boomers were the greatest generation, by the way. That's not something I just made up. That is factual historical knowledge. The greatest generation is baby boomers. And I'm not a baby boomer. I am not. I'm considered halfway. I'm considered a millennial. I don't like to call myself a millennial because I'm like an adult. And that, as when millennials started becoming a thing that people were calling millennials, I was an adult then, and I didn't like millennials. So being called a millennial myself is not a great thing. So, um, but if someone calls me boomer, I'm like, sweet, I'm a part of the greatest generation to ever live, and that's the truth. Gen Xers, they might just be the ones that ruined the world. The inventors of the iPhone and the iMac, iPad, iRadio, whatever, all the I generation, that's what they should call it. Generation X, they invented Facebook. So they're probably all going to hell. Sorry, no, that's not true. They're, um, I'm sure that, um, what's his name? Mark Zuckerberg has his all of his sins forgiven now that he's changed the name of Facebook to what did he call it? I need to get my head in a newspaper or like on the internet or something and like actually do some research of things because I'm just wildly guessing at a lot of stuff. You know, it'd be nice if I knew the name of that three color magic set that's three colors the of green, white, and black. What is that? Green, white, black magic set. Magic colors. Let's just Google that. In effect, no, what? What? The color combination names. Humphrey Schouten. Colorless. Show all the combinations. So it's black, green, white. Abzan. That's the one. Abzan. Let's look up Abzan decks. Abzan decks. So I can tell you the name of the. See, I don't. You probably can't see what I'm doing right now. You're just seeing my magic screen. But I'm currently going on the Google, and I'm checking out. Uh, no, no, not Midnight Hunt Abzan decks. Um, Standard Abzan mid range. This maybe it's an older deck. No, it says 2020. Um, let's see. I mean, it is an older deck because it's 2020, but I'm talking like when Abzan was actually called Abzan. Abzan cons. Let's type Abzan cons. Cons of Tarkir. Abzan midrange. This is a tapped out deck from a while ago. Okay, here we go. Come on. Come on. Search. Search. Find it. Find it. Instant Hero's Downfall. That was an excellent card from the original Theros set. So not Cons of Tarkir. Thoughtseize was it? No way. Abzan Charm. Utter End. That was a beautiful card. Oh yeah, Utter End. That was a cons card that was lovely. Exile. Target non-land permanent. Try and guess how much that costs. 4 mana. That's it. That's the whole card. It's an instant that exiles target non-land permanent. Let's get that back. Let's rotate that back in. You got a Johnny. You got Elspeth Sun's Champion. Now there's a powerhouse right there. Sorin Solemn Visitor. That's the one. Okay, so Sorin Solemn Visitor, I was playing not in an Abzan deck, but in a Mardu deck, and it was amazing in a Mardu deck. Plus 4 cost Planeswalker that comes into play with 4 loyalty counters, plus 1 ability. Creatures you control get +1 and lifelink until end of turn. Okay. -2 ability. So this brings him down to 2 counters if you do this on the turn 1. Put 1 2/2 black vampire token onto the battlefield with flying. Okay, so it's not just a 2/2. It's a 2/2 flying into play for -2, and then Soren would go to 2. His -6. So if you manage to tick up his loyalty counters just 2, says you get an emblem with at the beginning of each opponent's upkeep. So on your opponent's turn, that player sacrifices a creature. Boom. Amazing, right? It's amazing. It's an amazing planeswalker. It's got a lot of potential for just like wrecking the game by himself. Uh, I mean, not so much as Elspeth's Son's Champion, but that was a 6-drop that come into play with 4 loyalty counters. Elspeth's Son's Champion, a superior planeswalker, but costs more. Sorin Solemn Visitor, one of like my top 5 planeswalkers, I would say. Top 5 favorite planeswalkers. Oko being my favorite, Jace the Mind Sculptor being my second favorite. I don't know where Sorin fits on the top 5, but the other Abzan card that I was talking about earlier in the stream is Siege Rhino. So it costs 4 mana, 1 colorless, and then 1 of the 3 Abzan colors. It's a 4/5 trample that when it enters the battlefield, opponent loses 3 life, you gain 3 life. It's a 3 life swap. 4/5 trample. This card, you might not think that this card is that relevant just by himself, but build a standard deck around him. Just build a standard deck around a 4/5 trample for 4 that gives you a 3 life swap when it enters the battlefield. Try building a deck around that, and you will see, oh my gosh, this thing wins games. Like, fast. You will see. What other cards were amazing from this set? Well, the lands were kind of nice to be able to. Yeah, Scrylands were really big back in that day. We played the heck out of Scrylands. Oh my gosh, we're Windswept Heath was in. Yeah, that's right. Khans of Tarkir brought in the what were they? The sack lands. The ones you sack, pay a life. That's amazing. Amazing cards. Fetch lands. That's what they're called. Fetch lands. Not sack lands, fetch lands. Fetch lands were amazing. And I really hope that we get a chance to see those fetch lands again in a future arena set. Because, man, oh man, did that make some really good decks. That was another thing about like the colors in Khans allowed you to play like 8 fetch lands because they're enemy colors, right? So in an Abzan deck you have white black fetch lands, or wait, no, they're friendly fetch lands. Windswept Heath is a white green fetch land, so I might be wrong. Okay, so the fetch lands from Tarkir were friendly colors, and the colors in Khans for the clans or whatever, they're called enemy colors. But if you look at the colors, yeah, so in Abzan the only 2 friendly colors are white and green. So maybe I was wrong. In Mardu, the friendly colors are red and black, and so you played 4 of the fetch red black lands. Yeah, because that was the Culligan's command colors as well. Yeah. Great Mardu deck. I want to look it up. I want to look up Mardu deck Khans. Let's see. Khans of Tarkir Mardu deck standard tapped out deck. Yes, Crackling Doom. Love that card. Yeah, Crackling Doom is so great. Lightning Strike was in at the time. Magma Jet. Murderous Cut. Oh, Delve. Destroy target creature. I remember that. That was kind of a hard card to play in my Mardu deck because I didn't play a lot of creatures. I definitely played... Oh, this is a different kind of Mardu deck. They played Bloodsoaked Champion, excellent black aggro card. Butcher of the Horde, I remember I cleaned house with Butcher of the Horde so many times. Sack a creature, Butcher of the Horde gains your choice of Vigilance, Lifelink, or Haste until end of turn. But then you play cards like the Goblin cards that puts 3/1/1 Goblins into play. And then you're just like, okay, I'll sack all of them to give him Vigilance, Lifelink, and Haste. 5/5. Boom. In your face. Take it. I just gained 5 life. And he's a blocker. What? Um, this is a weird build of a Mardu deck. I don't think I like this Mardu deck. It plays like a warrior theme, but I want to see if there's a good. Oh, Monastery Swift Spear came from Khans of Tarkir. Oh my God, that card is nuts. I think that card got banned, didn't it? Oh my gosh. Yeah, Utter End. Butcher of the Horde, the Monastery Swift Spear. Jeez. A 1/2 haste prowess red creature for how much mana? 1. 1 mana for a 1/2 haste prowess creature. Redonkulous. Thank you very much. Good night. Mardu Raiders. What's this? What's this deck? Mardu Charm. I would not play the Mardu Charm. It was a decent card, but it would. Oh, Hordling Outburst. That's the one. 3 mana sorcery red spell that creates 3/1/1 goblin creature tokens. Great card. I don't know if they have an equivalent now. I think they might in a goblins deck, but let's see here. Where is the really, really good? Where's the one that plays the this is block. Okay, so we're not going to see. It's not a block deck. It's Mardu Control. That might be it. Mardu Control. Nope. There's no creatures except for the Helm Smasher. Anger of the Gods was a that wasn't a Mardu card, or that wasn't a Khans card. That was a Theros card, but it was still legal, I think, at the time. Empty the pits. No. Fate of Retribution. Destroy all creatures and planeswalkers for 7 mana. If it's your turn, scry 2. I don't think I remember that being really a playable card. Whip of Erebos. Ooh. Now there's a card that went really good with the Siege Rhino. Creatures have lifelink. For 4 mana, return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. It gains haste. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Whip a Rhino out of the graveyard and then haste it into play with trample, 5 damage. Yeah. Whip of Erebos was wicked in that time. Mardu Control at Pro Tour Khans of Tarkir. Here we go. This might be the deck. Planeswalkers, Enchantments, Lands. No card. End Hostilities was the wrath spell of the time. Sharkan the Dragon Speaker was a great planeswalker. Elspeth Sun's Champion, great planeswalker. Chained to the Rocks. Now, this is a little bit deceiving for a white spell removal because you have to have a mountain in play in order for this to work. But if you had a dual land, which I think they had dual lands at the time, didn't they? Maybe not. I guess not. They didn't have dual lands at the time, but they do kind of now, don't they? But like Chain to the Rocks was, I mean, you have to have a mountain, but it costs a white. It says when it enters the battlefield, exile target creature an opponent controls until it leaves the battlefield. So you're basically just exiling a creature for 1 white mana, but you need a mountain. So if you had a dual mountain plains in play, that would be the perfect play for turn 1 if you wanted to really quickly get rid of something on turn 1. Excuse me, I sneezed. Yuck. Okay. I can't find the Rabble Master in any of these decks. I don't know what's going on here. Maybe I need to search Rabble Master and see. They don't. No one has the deck that I used to play. My Khans Mardu mid-range, Khans of Tarkir deck with a Goblin Rabble Master. Here's probably my deck. So this one played, ooh, Soulfire Grandmaster. That's fun, right? Stoke the Flames. There it is. 4 mana red instant spell with Convoke. Deal 4 damage to target creature or player. So that card whooped butt on I mean creature or player. That includes planeswalkers. So that's basically any target unless what other targets are there? I think that's every target, right? Creatures and players. Planeswalkers count as players in this time period. So, um, yeah, Stoke the Flames, 4 damage to any target for 4 mana with Convoke. But when you're also playing, um, where is it? Well, I mean, when you're playing Rabble Master, that's pretty good. But there was I don't see it. They're not playing the Goblin spell that puts 3 goblins into play. That's surprising. That card was crucial for this deck. But of course, Crackling Doom just made the deck so awesome. Crackling Doom's an instant speed, deal 2 damage to each opponent, and then they sacrifice a creature with the greatest power among creatures. Yeah. Anyway, so you can't even see the cards that I'm looking at right now, so I apologize for that, but um, I hope you enjoyed the games that we did play through. We lost a game, but we won a few, and yeah, let's play some more, finish this up later, and hope to see you for the conclusion of this draft.